Welcome back to The Real. I'm your host, David Hill, and over the next couple of episodes, I'm going to introduce you to a young man by the name of Daylen Pedroza. Daylen is a senior, will be a senior quarterback over at Orange High School here in Orange, California. And the reason I bring him up is, first of all, he's a pretty impressive young man with some outstanding numbers as he's been the quarterback for Orange High School for the last couple of years, been starting since his sophomore year. And also a tremendous student in the classroom. But what's really fascinating about Daylen's situation is that he right now has no college offers. Not unusual. This is happening, unfortunately, for a lot of young men around the country in high school because of their seasons being pushed back. And also the colleges are kind of in a disarray as well, too, in terms of how they're going to sort out who they're going to recruit for next year. So I thought it'd be important to spend time with Daylen. What's really fascinating also about him is I'm going to share these numbers. His numbers are outstanding over the last couple of years, and this is what I mean. He has started 21 varsity football games as the quarterback for Orange High School. He has also thrown for over 3,500 yards and 37 passing touchdowns. He has a 69% completion percentage. He has also rushed for over 1,500 yards and 23 touchdowns. And like I said before, he carries a 3.6 GPA. Now, Daylen is 6 foot, roughly 230, 235 pounds. He runs well, 4'8", 4'9". This may, in fact, be some of the things that are holding him back a little bit. But nonetheless, the thing I don't understand, I'm sure many of you would agree, he has no recognition in terms of the rating services out there. There is absolutely not even 1 star attached to his name, let alone 2 or 3. So I'm trying to figure out what is it that they're looking at. And we've all tried to figure that out probably for a long time. Well, I'm going to let you guys be the judge of things. You're going to hear from Daylen. You're going to see some of his film. In episode 2, we'll bring that up. See if you see what I see. I see an outstanding, productive young man who has been exceptional at Orange High School. And I don't care whether or not Orange is in the Trinity League or not. They have played formidable competition. They have played against Division I level talent. And he himself may, in fact, be someone, certainly, who can play somewhere at the college level. You be the judge of that. I will present to you Daylen Pedroza, quarterback at Orange High School. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of The Real 100. I'm happy to be here today, your host, David Hill, and I have with me Daylen Pedroza. Daylen, how you doing today?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm great. Thank you so much. Daylen is the quarterback, also outside linebacker with the Orange High School Panthers, a school that is really literally right around the corner from me, and I live in Orange, Daylen. So I've seen you guys for now the better part of 3, 4, 5 years, actually. I've been around. I guess you probably hate this question, and this is off the cuff, but how many times do you get asked, are you Coach Pedroza's son?
That's the very first question any college coach, anybody who talks to me.
Right, which is, that's not a bad place to be.
Yeah,
That's not a bad thing at all. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. I when I saw that name, I was like, you got to be kidding me. You've got a high school age son. So anyhow, I'm not going to ask that question because you get to ask that question all the time. But it is great to have you. I think it's so important, Daylen, to have these conversations, particularly in the midst of this long period of downtime that you have before you actually get your senior season in. And I want to talk a little bit about that. But what I want to start with, I want people to understand where you are currently in your numbers and what you've achieved so far throughout your career at Orange High School, starting with your sophomore and your junior year. And I just want people to hear this. It's pretty impressive when you talk about the numbers. So your sophomore year, quarterback, 83 of 126 for a completion rate of 66% and 1,420 yards. Pretty good. 14 touchdowns. You also rushed for 693 yards and 13 touchdowns, as I have. Now, if I'm wrong, let me know. Junior year, threw for about 101 completions out of 140 attempts, 82% completion rate. That's fantastic.
2,000 yards, almost 2,100 yards, 23 touchdowns, rushed for 816 yards, almost 1,000 yards, Daylen, and 16 touchdowns. So you're producing a lot of scoring. You are what every day is called today a prototypical dual threat type of quarterback. You can run the ball, you can throw the ball, and that is just terrific. So I know it's got to be somewhat it's probably painstaking. You have this idea, and you have improved immensely from sophomore year, 10 games your sophomore year, 11 games your junior year. You've improved every year. I got to believe that that's what you're anticipating this year whenever you do get a chance to play football. Am I correct?
Most definitely.
Okay. So what are you doing in this period? I can't call it a downtime because there's still things that you get. You're treating this time like it's summertime, I understand. What are you and your teammates doing in this month, these months leading up to the season? We're August, September, October, November, December, perhaps even January. You have 5 months before you kick off. What are you guys doing to prepare and stay focused?
So what we're doing was, well, before we got shut down for practice for our own high school, we would get in our own position groups like quarterbacks and linebackers, and line will go separately with their own individual coaches, and we'll still get our individual work done outside of what we would go and do on a regular basis before we got shut down.
Before you got shut down. Okay, so you're just are you getting, how many workouts are you guys getting in as a team through the week at this point in time? How much is the CIF letting you do?
So now we just started. We were able to go back to practice and like still be social distancing since about a week ago. So they let us come back onto the field, but we still gotta wear our mask, go social distancing pretty much. Like we can't really touch no footballs, no equipment, everything that the coaches have to do, weight room.
Okay.
So it's
okay.
We get some team here and there, but it's nothing full contact, nothing like that yet.
So you really don't have much contact going on right now at all. Try to keep everybody kind of safe. Yes, and operating appropriately. So you're wearing masks outside on the practice field.
Yes, sir. So we have rotations. So the only time we wear masks is between our rotations and anytime we move. But during our drills, we'll just have them like on but not on. Just covering our mouths. Yeah, that's
covering your mouth. Okay, so everybody's kind of protected. Yourself,
even
coaches. Weight room as well too. When you go into the weight room, are you wearing the mask as well too?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you become kind of used to it now? Sort of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very good. Well, there's hope. Daylen, there's hope. I've watched. I got to say this here. I watched 2 live high school football games last weekend, and it came off very well in Utah. So Utah has. Yeah, you might have watched them too. It was fantastic to see. So hope is out there. It's if everybody stays healthy, that you can be playing football in January. It'd be fantastic to see. I know you're looking forward to it, right? Your senior year, you probably expected to be the best year, which is outstanding. As you get ready for the senior year, I know that before we came on this interview, you had talked about the fact that you were, you had schoolwork to do, so you're doing online sessions. You're not at school, correct?
Nothing at school, yeah. Everything.
Nothing at school. Talk to me, Daylen, about your academic profile and how well. I understand you were pulling down last year about a 3.6. Is that still true?
Yeah. That's still true. We're still trying to keep my grade point average as high as possible, especially due to all this SAT and stuff about you're able to take it, you're not able to take it. So on my end, I'm trying to do my part and keep it the highest I can for college coaches to see that I'm still keeping up in the classrooms and stuff like that.
Daylen, that's fantastic. I think that probably speaks a lot to your discipline, which you need to have as a quarterback, leader of that team, and your work ethic. Do you attribute that to anybody? Is there somebody that kind of holds you accountable for the work that you're putting in the classroom and outside the classroom and your discipline?
Coach Pedroza.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, sir.
He holds you accountable, does he?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so when you mess up, right?
He knows anything that goes down in the classroom before we even get to 6th period to go to football. He'll text us during class like, "Hey, come see me at lunch or whatever. We need to talk," or stuff like that. So he's on top of things.
You don't want to see that text, right?
Uh-huh.
That was like for me when mom says, "Don't let me have to come up to that school and deal with you."
Yeah.
I said that won't ever happen. Daylen, that never happened in my career. My mom never had to come up to school looking for me.
Yes.
That's for sure. Now you're going into your senior year, certainly projecting ahead and looking ahead. Let's look ahead a little bit and think about college. And you've done great work in the classroom. What does that mean for you academically as you prepare for what should be a career in some area? What do you think you might want to do going to college, and what will you do? What would you want to do from a professional standpoint, career standpoint?
I probably want to go into the business, do some business.
Okay. Some sort of business and have your own business, or go to work for someone?
That's the plan. Yeah, that's the plan. Be the own head boss. Do whatever, work whenever you want, go on vacation, do me pretty much.
That's for sure. Yeah, you look like a boss sitting there in the chair. You really do. That's outstanding.